everybody.
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Happy Friday. It's May 1st already, but here in Vermont, it's still way too cold outside. That's why I'm dressed like this today. It's crazy. It's springtime and it's still freezing out. But it's also a good day for me to read one of my other very favorite stories called 50 Below Zero. Now, it is not 50 below zero here in Vermont. Don't worry, it's not that cold, but it's still way too cold for being May 1st. This book is by another one of my very, very favorite authors named Robert Munsch. This is what he looks like on the back. And this is Michael Marchenko, and he did the pictures. And they worked together to create this book. Robert Munsch is a very silly man. Do you know he used to be a preschool teacher, and that's where he got some of his ideas. So here we go with 50 Below Zero.
Baby, it's cold outside.
In the middle of the night, Jason was asleep. See all those Z's? That means he's snoring. Kind of like Dougie. He woke up. He heard a sound. He said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" Jason opened the door to the kitchen, and there was his father, who walked in his sleep. He was sleeping on top of the refrigerator. Jason yelled, "Papa, wake up!" His father jumped up, ran around the kitchen 3 times, and went back to bed. Jason said, "This house is going crazy." And then he went back to bed. Jason went to sleep. You can snore with it. It's fun. He woke up. He heard a sound. He said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" He opened the door to the kitchen. No one was there. He opened the door to the bathroom. And there was his father, sleeping in the bathtub. Jason yelled, just like before, "Papa, wake up!" His father jumped up, ran around the bathroom 3 times, and went back to bed. Jason said, again, "This house is going crazy." But he was too tired to do anything about it, so he went back to bed. Jason went to sleep. Jason woke up. He heard a sound. He said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" He opened the door to the kitchen. No one was there. He opened the door to the bathroom. No one was there. He opened the door to the garage. And there was his father, sleeping on top of the car. Jason yelled, see the big letters means he's yelling, "Papa, wake up!" His father woke up, ran around the car 3 times, and went back to bed. Jason said, do you remember what he likes to say? "This house is going crazy." but he was too tired to do anything, so he went back to bed. Jason went to sleep. Jason woke up. He heard a sound. He said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" He opened the door to the kitchen. Nobody was there. He opened the door to the bathroom. Nobody was there. He opened the door to the garage. Nobody was there. He opened the door to his living room. Nobody was there. But the front door was open, and his father's footprints, do you see them? Went out into the snow, and it was 50 below zero that night. That is super, 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 super cold. "Yikes," said Jason. "My father's outside in just his pajamas. He will freeze like an ice cube." So Jason put on 3 warm snowsuits, 3 warm parkas, 6 warm mittens, 6 warm socks, and 1 pair of very warm boot sort of things called mucklucks. Then he went out the front door and he followed his father's footprints. Jason walked and walked and walked. Finally, he found his father. His father was leaning against a tree. Look, he's sound asleep. Jason yelled. Remember what he likes to yell? "Papa, wake up!" His father didn't move. So Jason yelled in his loudest possible voice, "Papa, wake up!" His father still did not move. So Jason tried to pick up his father, but he was too heavy. Jason ran home and got his sled. He pushed his father onto the sled and pulled him home. When he got back to the back porch, Jason grabbed his father's big toe and pulled him up the stairs. Bum, 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 bum. He pulled him across the kitchen floor. And then he put his father in the tub and turned on the warm water. The tub filled up. Glug, 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 glug. See the water filling up? Jason's father woke up, ran around the bathroom 3 times, and went back to bed. Jason said, you help me, "This house is going crazy. I'm going to do something." This time he has a plan. So he got a long rope and he tied one end to his father's bed and one end to his father's big toe. Jason went back to sleep. There's those Z's again. He woke up. He heard a sound. He said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" He opened the kitchen door. Oh, he caught his father. Look, do you see the rope on his big toe? And there was his father stuck in the middle of the floor. "Good," said Jason. "That is the end of the sleepwalking. Now I can get to sleep." In the middle of the night, Jason's mother was asleep. I guess the whole snores. Maybe they can get on the family plan for the sleep apnea pack. Just have lots of extensions. She woke up. She heard a sound. She said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" She opened the door to the kitchen and look what she sees. Who's sleepwalking now? There's Jason's mom. Dad is stuck by his big toe. Jason is sleeping on top of the fridge. What a crazy family. Isn't that funny? Now, sleepwalking is a real thing. Can I tell you a story from my mouth now? This is a real story. So, back when Maggie was a little girl, and Weston, Maggie is your mommy, she had a friend named Amanda, and Amanda sleepwalks. And one time, I drove them to a gymnastics meet. And we had to travel quite a ways, maybe about 3 hours. We stopped at the hotel and we had a great time at the hotel. We went swimming, we had dinner, and the girls were very tired. So we slept in a hotel room where there were 2 beds. One bed was for me, and Maggie and Amanda, they were going to sleep in the other bed. So we all went to sleep. And that was supposed to be snoring, but that didn't work out too well. Anyways, all of a sudden in the middle of the night, I woke up. I heard a sound. I looked over on the bed. I said, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" I didn't really do that. But I did wake up, and I looked over at their bed, and guess what I saw? There was Amanda, got out of bed, and her eyes were closed, but she was standing up, and this is what she was doing. "I'm swimming! I'm swimming! I'm swimming!" She was having a dream about swimming, and she was sleepwalking. Luckily, my door was closed, so she didn't go outside, but she really was sleepwalking. So I had to go over to her and put her back in the bed, pull up her covers, and say goodnight again. Isn't that funny? I told her mom about it, and she said, yes, Amanda does sleepwalk sometimes, and sometimes they found her in other rooms of the house. So even though that's a silly story, some people actually do that. I hope you don't. Anyways, have a good night's sleep, and until next time, stay warm.